Present din po, nandito sa FP Hall.
Councilor Dalia M. De Leon. Councilor Dalia M. De Leon.
Ito ko na kanina eh.
She's present. Nakamute lang.
Councilor Alfred Felix C. De Castro.
Present.
Liga ng mga Barangay President Raul B. Bakay. Nakita ko siya
Nandiyan. Naririnig ko eh.
Present.
Panglungsod na Federasyon ng Sangguniang Kabataan President Loverly Bernabe.
Present, ma'am.
13 members of this August body responded to the call, sir.
13 members respond to the call. I now certify the presence of quorum. We may now transact official business. Approval of the agenda. Before we proceed, Madam Secretary, kindly, I believe there are some unassigned businesses. Can you read the titles?
We have actually 2 or 3 unassigned businesses, sir. The first one is a resolution authorizing City Mayor Art Brian C. Celeste to execute a deed of donation for property, plant, and equipment as listed under Annex A, composed of 3 pages thereof, from the city government in favor of the recipient barangays, associations, or schools of the city of Alaminos, Pangasinan. And the next is the ordinance imposing the collection of the following dialysis treatment fees to patients of the city's hemodialysis and renal center. For new, we have 3,215 inclusive of dialyzer, bloodlines, and doctor's fee with discount at 2,600. For reuse, we have 2,600 inclusive of dialyzer, bloodlines, and doctor's fee. And for PCSO, 2,600 pesos charged to PCSO. And further authorizing the local chief executive to provide discount to indigent patients after thorough evaluation. And just now we have a request for a resolution authorizing City Mayor Art Brian C. Celeste to donate 9 units of cell phone to Barangay Alot, Alaminos City, Pangasinan.
Okay, so there are 3 unassigned businesses. Any other unassigned businesses from the body or fellow councilors? Wala na po. Councilor Alfred Felix De Castro, our chairman on Laws and Rules. Nakamute ka, Councilor.
Mr. Chair, I move for the approval of today's agenda, Mr. Chair.
Okay, it's been moved by Councilor De Castro, seconded by Councilor Sison for the approval of the said agenda. Any objection? Hearing none, the said agenda with 3 unassigned businesses is hereby approved. Next item po. Sec.
Adoption of the journals and minutes of the ESPRE regular sessions held on October 27, 2020 and November 3, 2020.
Any motion? Any motion?
Yes, Mr. Chair, if there are no more comments on the above journals, I move for the approval.
It's been moved by Councilor Cirilo Ladoc. Any second? Seconded by Councilor Sison, Councilor Raul Bakay, Councilor Apple Bakay, Councilor Rabago for the adoption of the journals and minutes.
Adoption.
Any objection, amendments? Hearing none, the said journal and minutes are hereby adopted. So any privileged speeches from the councilors or any concerns po from our colleagues para po sa mga issues sa barangay? Okay, Councilor Sison is recognized.
Mr. Chair.
Sorry, Councilor Secundaria is recognized. Yes, Councilor Michelle.
Chair and to the members of this August body, good afternoon. I have the honor to present to you the offer of donation of Pascual Laboratories in the form of multivitamins and medicines in favor of our constituents. The offer was made by my friend, Ms. Marian De Vera, their corporate communications manager, on behalf of the pharmaceutical company as part of their corporate social responsibility in improving the lives of those within our community. After a series of emails and communications, our local government unit, through Honorable Art Brian C. Celeste, formally sought the assistance of Pascual Laboratories. In order to process the transaction, however, the necessary authority must be vested upon the city mayor to accept Pascual Labs' donation. Hence, his request for the requisite authority is one of the subject matters in our proposed resolutions, specifically under paragraph 8B2 of our agenda. I submit, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Councilor Secundera, for that introductory speech to our second resolution under proposed resolution. Any other privilege speeches or issues around the city? Okay, wala na po. We proceed. Madam Secretary.
Now we proceed to the reference of business. Under proposed resolutions, we have request for a resolution endorsing to the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation through Honorable Andrea D. Domingo, Chairman and CEO, the request for funding assistance amounting to 45 million pesos for the construction of a permanent evacuation center and multi-purpose building in the city of Alaminos, Pangasinan. The next is a request for a resolution authorizing City Mayor Art Brian C. Celeste to execute a deed of acceptance for the vitamins and medicines donated by Pascual Laboratories Incorporated to the city of Alaminos, Pangasinan. And number 3 is the request for resolution approving the additional partial list of specific projects funded out of the 20% development fund amounting to 2,968,717 pesos and 99 centavos, and the special purpose appropriation fund amounting to 2,930,196 pesos and 29 centavos of the city of Alaminos for calendar year 2020. And the last item is a request for a resolution approving the utilization of the unexpended balances of dormant funds or accounts held in trust by the city government of Alaminos amounting to 717,115 pesos to support programs and projects in response to COVID-19 pandemic.
Okay, shall we, Councilor Silito Doc, shall we suspend the rules?
We have a resource speaker, Mr. Chair, on the mentioned request for resolutions.
Okay,
Any item of them?
Madam Secretary,
Yes po, naka-zoom din po sila.
sino po yung
Yung first item,
shall we suspend? Councilor Silito Doc?
I move that we suspend the internal rules, Mr. Chair, to accommodate our
Councilor Silito Doc, our majority floor leader, second by Councilor Simpson, for the suspension of the rules. Okay, so to give way to our speakers, suspended po ang ating rules, internal rules. So Madam Secretary, kindly acknowledge our guest for item number 1. Meron ba?
I have no idea, sir. Attendance ng guest. Sir, may I request that since our guests are naka-zoom po sila, I have no idea kung sino po kasi ang magbibigay ng kanyang magiging resource speaker ng item number 1.
Okay, sige ako na lang since nakikita ko naman yung mga... So siguro we proceed first to item number 2, the one Councilor Secundera spoke about a while ago. Is there anything you want to add to this, Councilor Michelle?
Nandiyan ba sila?
They will be giving away at least 4,000 worth, 3,000 to 4,000 worth of multivitamins.
Oh,
Chair.
okay.
Ano daw ang discuss nila? Tanong mo kung anong item kailangan.
So,
Tanong po sa anong item.
meron pa bang ibang detalye? Wala na? Okay na?
Wala.
Okay. So basically, this will be a donation naman. So, as the Sangguniang, we are here to authorize our city mayor to enter into contracts to be able to proceed in these projects like these. Okay, so we proceed to item number 3. Engineer Garcia, Camba is here. Ang ating wapong engineer. Engineer Roel Camba, you are recognized po para po sa ating item number 3 sa partial list po natin.
Hello po, good afternoon po. Siguro naman may kopya naman ng SP with regards to the 20% development fund or partial list. So, any comment po with regards to the 20% development fund? And the assistance to barangay and public schools.
Engineer, pwedeng mabasa niyo yung sa infrastructure development program at saka yung doon sa other infrastructure development program para po rin sa mga...
Sa number 1 po with regards to infrastructure development program, we have number 1, the labor and materials for the rehabilitation of Sitio Katayagan Spillway at Barangay Pandan, worth po ng around 497,000. Next po is the labor and materials for the rehabilitation and widening of reinforced concrete box culvert at Sitio Galis, worth po ng 2.2 million. Another one is the labor and material for the enclosure of existing gazebo and miscellaneous improvement at Mayor's Island. Ito po sa 100 Islands po ito. May existing structure na po tayo, kaya lang i-enclose po enclosure. Around 270,000. Sa number 2 po, sa special purpose appropriation,
huwag yun na pag-isa yan, mga items po na binibigay sa barangay, yung sa number letter B na lang po.
Letter B, other infrastructure development, ito po yung labor and material for the installation of wireless network infrastructure, new site for Barangay Center of Alaminos City. Para ito po yung magamit ng mga estudyante po sa pag-aaral nila ng mga module nila. Number 2 is the labor and material for the installation of wireless CCTV at the command center, around 700,000. Another one is yung mga rehabilitation or infrastructure existing site ng mga wireless natin, 481,000. And the last is the labor and material for the installation of 50 solar street light at Barangay Poblacion, 5 solar street at Barangay Nirangan, 6 solar street light Pangapisan, and 5 units at Barangay San Vicente, worth 545,000. So that's all, Your Honor.
Okay, maraming salamat, Engineer Camba. Any questions from the body? Any questions? Ako lang po, Engineer, may isang tanong lang po ako, no? Yung with regard dun sa mga installation of wireless infrastructure, ano bang gagawin dito? Parang i-upgrade natin yung mga, kumbaga hanggang sa barangay, kung po pwede, magkaroon sila ng wifi doon sa barangay. Ganun po ba?
Yes po. Ito po yung sa number 3 po, upgrading po ito kasi may mga nasira ng existing na tayo na site, i-upgrade po.
Ano pong mga sites pinag-usapan natin? Lahat po ba ng barangay o ilan-ilan lang?
Mga identified barangay lang, sir, dito.
Pwede po ba magbigay ng barangay doon sa mga new sites, kahit sa mga new sites natin, yung number 1?
Sandali mo na, sir, tatignan ko sa kodigo ko.
Sige po, sige po. So, with other questions pa ba kay Engineer? So, I believe this is
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Councilor Oscar Bolly.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, gusto ko lang matanong kay Engineer Camba tungkol dito sa mga additional list ulit. Kasi ang dami na tayong nagawa, na-approve. nakikita ko parang wala pa namang nagagawa katulad nung Sabangan Road. Matagal na natin na-approve. Bakit hanggang ngayon parang wala pa rin eh?
Okay. So, Engineer, before you answer the question a while ago, could you address the question of Councilor Oscar Bolling na na-approve na po ang resolution na mapondohan po yung proyekto na ginagawa. Example po yung Sabangan Road. I believe a few months ago, pero ngayon po hindi pa po nasisimulan. Meron po ba tayong explanation doon?
Sir, with regards to that one, yung concrete ng Sabangan, ka-award lang po na sa notice to proceed niya is last October 19 po because of COVID.
Okay. When do you think kaya engineer ang masisimulan po yon? Kahit estimate lang po natin. Kung nandun na po siya sa notice to proceed ng October 19.
Baka sir, next week.
Next week. So that would be November 16 tentatively. Okay. Any other questions, Councilor Oscar Bolling?
Yun lang, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, meron akong kwan din doon.
Sir, Councilor Sirido, don't recognize.
Yung ba yung box culvert engineer sa Galis, yun na yung pinag-usapan natin dati na gusto nating i-prioritize, yung nasisira tulay doon, boundary ng Galis at saka Balidaan.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Yun na yun.
Yes po.
Okay. So, if I remember correctly, dati, a few months ago, napag-usapan ng Sanggunian na mag-endorse ng project regarding yung bridge connecting, tama po ba, Lukap and Balyadaan. Medyo nagigiba na rin po siya. So, nakausap po ng Sanggunian ng ating City Mayor na magkaroon po tayo ng project doon para ma-rehabilitate, para makadaan po yung mga sasakyan po doon. At siguro, ito na po ba yan, Engineer, yung sinasabi ni Attorney Radok?
Yes po, Your Honor. Yan na po yan.
Yes, okay. So, kailan kaya masisimulan to, Engineer? May ano ba kayo? Idea ba kayo?
Once you approve the authority, sir, we can go to work na yung sa bidding na po.
Bidding na. Okay. So, we are happy na...
Recognize?
Yes po. We are happy na include ito, lalo-lalo na po sa mga kababayan natin sa Lukap at sa Balidaan. So, next up, Councilor Apple Bacay is recognized.
Gusto ko lang itanong, guys, kung kasama din ba yung Sitio Paod sa Limansangan?
As of the moment, Councilor, wala pa po siya doon sa listahan, but siguro sa susunod po, baka ma-i-include na po. As of the moment po, wala pa po dito sa partial list po na binigay po sa atin. But again, follow up po natin yun para at least mabigyan din natin ng project doon sa, mabigyan ng LGU ng project yung mga taga-Limansangan. So, going back to the question, Engineer Camba, yung with regard to dun sa new existing sites, meron ba kayong listahan dyan kung saan po yan?
Mr. Chair, may I recognize?
Sandali lang po, Councilor Raul. Itapusin lang po ni
Sige po.
Camba yung hinahanap niya.
Sir, yung mga installation ng new sites, Barangay Amangbangan, Dulacat, Tawin-Tawin, at saka Santa Maria.
So yun po yung priority na, yun yung apat na sites dito sa 766,000.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ay, sorry, sir. I think napag-usapan nga namin ni Mayor to. Ano ba to? Parang mobile phone signal lang o internet?
Kasama na yun, sir.
Kasama na. Oh. Kasama na. Okay. Okay. Last question. ABC President Raul Bacay is recognized.
Sir, matanong ko lang kay Engineer. Kung halimbawa sa concreting yung mga gumagawa ng mga infra, kung halimbawa may nagdepekto within wala pang isang taon, Hindi ba babalikan ng kanyon ng mga kontraktor? Natanong ko kasi ito, engineer, kasi maraming nagreklamo dun sa sa yung concreting sa CSAP. Nagreklamo yung katatapos lang na concreting dun sa daan papunta doon, ngayon daw parang natatanggal yung daan ng yung siniminto nila, parang natatanggal, naging baku-baku na, sabi ng mga taga CSAP sa Lukap. Hindi na babalikan ng mga kwanon nung may tanong ko lang kay engineer kung babalikan ba ng mga kwanyon, i-repair o so anong gagawin doon?
Babalikan po yan, sir, kasi naka-warranty pa yan ng 1 year.
Hanggang kailan kaya, engineer, yung malaman kung sino yung mga kontraktor doon? Para at least alam din namin na kasi yung ginawa nila kasi doon, ang dami nagrereklamo talaga yung mga kabarangayan kung doon sa CSAP na bakit ganun yung pagkasiminto, parang kasi natanong ko ito kasi baka naman magawa ulit doon sa Sabangan.
Yes.
Sige, noted your honor kasi susulatan ko yung kontraktor.
Okay. Okay, please take note, Madam Secretary, that there is a concern regarding existing projects, especially roads, specifically in CSAP road, that if possible that the contractor would improve kung nagkaroon man ng sira or hindi magandang kumbaga nasira agad, ay ayusin agad within the warranty period. Engineer, klaruhin ko lang, yung warranty period, 1 year o 2 years?
1 year po, 1 year, sir.
1 year lang. Upon turnover o upon start of the project? Upon completion. Okay, okay. Sige.
Vice, may
yes po.
Comment lang ako doon. Engineer, pwede ba kaming humingi ng lista ng mga ongoing projects natin, yung time na pag-start nila, at saka yung time na dapat matapos, at saka yung mga contractors? Pwede ba mabigyan nyo kami, engineer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Tapos, kung halimbawa, yung isang project pagkatapos ng isang taon, di wala na yung warranty. Paano kung nagbitak yung simento after 1 year? Walang tayong habol doon. Kadami ng mga dang kasi sa barangay, tingnan natin, hindi naman sa pero after some time, nabibitak-bitak na
Yes.
Anong remedy natin doon? Assuming after 1 year, tapos na yung warranty.
Ay maintenance po. Nasusunod na po ng city after 1 year na po.
Wala na. Pagka 1 year, wala na. So, siguro we have to inspect it properly.
May retention. May retention yung supplier, yung contractor. Kasi yung retention niya, hindi niya makukuha kung hindi tama yung ginawa niya within 1 year. 10%. 10%
Okay.
yun of the total amount.
Okay. So, okay. Point taken, Councilor Apple-Bakay. So, before we go to Councilor Ranoy, Councilor Silipo, ilang sa listahan kung hinihingi ninyo, anong date niyo po gusto mag-start? 20...
ASAP po.
No, I mean 2020 projects or ano bang gusto niyo plan?
2020, ano?
2020 muna. 2020 projects.
Oo.
Sige po. So please take note, Madam Secretary, we will formalize a letter addressed to our good engineer. So last question po, Councilor Ranoy, is recognized.
Di ba, engineer, yung napag-usapan natin dati, yung kagaya yung mga kontraktor dun sa Pandayan Palali Road, di ba nag-spill din yun? At sabi nyo dati, ibaban na yung mga kontraktor na ganyan. Sana yung proseso na lalagyan nila ng mga concrete sample, dapat mayroon yun sa parte ng construction para iwasan yung ganyang sistema na puro spillway yung ay sira-sira yung daan na ginagawa natin.
Okay. Point taken. Councilor Ranoy. So ganun na po gagawin natin, no? Ang sabi naman po ni engineer, babalikan po niya yung contractor na sa CSAP. With regard po sa ibang projects, antayin na lang siguro natin yung listahan para at least mapag-aralan natin kung ano po yung pwede nating ma-actionan. Kasi medyo marami yon. So siguro simulan na muna natin doon sa CSAP and then antayin natin this week yung listahan galing po sa ating engineering office. Okay. Tama po. With that, maraming salamat po. Engineer Noel Camba, sir, maraming pong salamat. May pag-coordinate lang po kami regarding yung sa CSAP at saka yung sa listahan po. Okay, for our next item number 4, regarding the utilization of unexpended balances of dormant funds and accounts held in trust. Who is here to... Is our city treasurer here?
Here, sir, the resource persons are Madam, our city budget officer, and our city accountant.
Okay, so I would like to hear from the city accountant first.
Hello, good afternoon, Your Honor.
Pwede po palakasan?
Hello, good afternoon po.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am Acosta, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Meron pong resolution dito na regarding utilization of unexpended balances of dormant funds accounts held in trust by the city government of Alaminos amounting to 717,115 pesos to support programs and projects in response to COVID-19 pandemic. Can you give us a background? Ano pong balances ng mga ito?
Yung balances na galing sa National Agency here o sa Comelec, pero implemented na po yung project and then yung iba po savings na lang po ang naiiwan. So hindi na po natin na ibalik sa Bureau of Treasury. Then yung isa naman dahil sa DOH, parang sana implement.
Ma'am, pwedeng palapit po ng ano, medyo hindi po namin na-intindihan.
Pang na lang ako punta na ako dyan para makapagpapit.
Po, sino po yan? Yan. Ma'am Emmy?
Yes, sir. Sir, ito po yung galing sa Comelec, Department of Agriculture. Mayroon pa akong CDF dito ni former Congressman Hernani Braganza po sa DOH and National Housing Authority. Yung iba po savings na lang and then yung iba po na hindi na-implement. And then may report kasing ni-require noon ng BBM na mag-submit po tayo. So ito po yun. Then here comes per bayanihan to recover as Act 1 po, yung resolution memorandum number 20-20-142, sir, under 4.1.4 per section 3 of RA number 11494 likewise allows the utilization of unexpended cash balances of public funds held in trust by LGUs for purposes that had been completed or abandoned and allow the transfer of these funds to the general fund of LGUs concerned to be made available for appropriation to support local government programs and projects in response to COVID-19 pandemic. So ito po yung basis namin na humihingi po ng authority to utilize the balances, unexpended balances of trust fund accounts.
So ito na lahat yung mga yun, yung mga sa trust, lahat to in trust.
Yes, sir. Yung iba po trust sa general fund kasi doon na-download po yung pondo. Yung iba naman po sa trust fund account natin.
Okay. Any questions from the body? Tanong po tayo. Councilor Cirilo, Dr.
Ano bang Madam Accountant, anong requirement o gaano katagal na hindi nagalaw yung mga pundo na yon bago natin pwede i-realign o i-spend sa ibang programs or project?
Naman, sir, ang basis po natin marama i-realign for COVID purposes. Sir, yung ito nga po, sir, na-issue na guidelines by DILG, guidelines on LGU budgeting, procurement, and fund utilization for COVID-19 response and recovery intervention for SO1 to Bayanihan to recover as one, sir. Usually, hindi natin balik sa Bureau of Treasury upon order of the originating agency, pero wala naman po silang advice na ibalik. So naging dormant na po sa atin. Then ito po ang basis namin para humingi po ng authority, yung Random Circular 2020-42 po.
Ibig sabihin hindi siya automatic na pwede siyang i-spend sa other projects. Kailangan humingi tayo ng authority.
Gagawin ng supplemental budget, sir.
So kasama sa supplemental budget?
Isa pa pong basis namin pala, sir, is yung
RA 11494.
RA 11494.
Okay.
494.
Yung
anong part nun? Anong 494 yun? Ano sinasabi? Ito to? Ay, sa COVID-19 to. Hindi. Ang Madam Accountant, ang point ko is, assuming walang COVID, hindi natin, wala tayong COVID na paggagastusan yan. Nandun yung mga pundo na yon. Tulad nung, yung malaki-laki yung 2 million dun sa kay Congressman Nani Braganza dati. Matagal na pala yun doon. So kung wala itong COVID na to, itong 11494 na to, hindi natin pwedeng gamitin yon.
391,000 na lang po yung balance doon, unexpended balance.
May malaking 2 million kanina, 2 million na yun.
Kung amount received po yun, 2.3, pero may disbursement po tayong 1.9. So yung balance, 300.
Hindi ko nakikita sa screen yung balance niya sa right side eh. Natatakpan kasi. Okay na?
Oo. So ang tanong lang, Mama Accountant, so for example, meron po tayong account in trust, and then let's say hindi po na fully deplete yung budget. For example, may natirang 80,000 pesos. Nandun lang ba siya hanggang hindi natin nililipat sa ibang account? Ganun po ba?
Yes, sir. Kung wala pong order ng originating agency, sir, na ibalik, nandito lang. And then, kung yung present po, ito kasi matagal na, sir, 2001, 2002. Pero yung mga current, sir, kung may savings, talagang nire-require po ng originating agency sa CACOA na ibalik na po. I-refund yung unexpended balance.
Ano yung sabi niyo, ma'am? Ano ko sa 2000, ano to? 2000?
2001, 2002, 1999 pa, sir. Yung mga 1994, so long outstanding na po ito.
Okay. So, since 1999 to 2001 lang?
So, 2005, sir. May balance ng 2005.
I mean, ano po yung inclusive years po niya? 1999 to 2005? Ganun po ba?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Kasi nakalagay dun sa title ng document nyo, List of Dormant Funds Accounts from Financial Assistance, Subsidies, released by the national government to LGU as of September 30, 2020.
Yung as of cut-off balance, sir. Balance as of June 30.
Ang ibig ko sabihin, ito po yung mga kumbaga not moving accounts na nakatrust 1999 to 2020 po ba? O hanggang 2005 lang?
2005 lang, sir.
2005 lang. So 2005 up to present, meron din po tayong listahan na ganito. Tama po ba?
Yes, sir. The same din, sir. Walang movement. Yung
No, I
mga particular accounts na ganito.
Meron din. Pero itong nakalista po, yung worth 717,000 is 1999 to 2005 only.
Yes, sir.
Okay, noted. So, last question ko po dito. For example, itong ang CDF of Congressman Hernani Braganza for Bayanihan Training Center and Western Pangasinan General Hospital na received 2.3 million and may balance pang 391,000. Can we just easily transfer it or we have to use it with the same purpose?
So, sir, pwede nating gamitin, sir, for COVID. Based dito sa memorandum circular, sir.
Okay. So wala nang problema sa originating source, fund source. Ma'am? Hello?
Ay, hello, sir. Wala na, sir.
Wala na. Wala na tayong commitment sa kanila.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sige. And then, any other questions from the body? Ang question ko dun sa budget officer natin, saan natin ilalagay itong 717, ma'am? General fund po ba?
Yes, sir. Magiging general fund na po yan. Tapos, gagamitin for COVID-related.
COVID-related. Pero wala pa. Nasa supplemental budget na lang makikita kung saan.
Ay, sir.
Wala pa.
Pa po yung authority po na gamitin yan from you.
Okay. Okay. So with that, thank you very much, our City Budget Officer, Ma'am Rowena Ruiz, and Ma'am Emelina Costa, our City Accountant. So we proceed to item number 1 under proposed resolutions. Ma'am Budget, alam niyo ba yung background nito? Itong sa
Mr. Chair, wala tayong resolution.
Councilor Doc, nakamute po kayo.
Since wala naman tayong speaker sa item number 1, Mr. Chair, total request pa lang naman ito for siguro i-limit na lang kaya natin mamaya sa business of the day.
Sir, may speaker po.
Sige, Councilor, Ma'am Weng, go ahead.
Speaker po dun sa item number 1, sir, si engineer.
Siya ba? Sige. Akala ko tapos na si engineer Engineer Kamba again. Brief background. This is just a request.
So magandang hapon muli po. Ito ay maminingwit ko lang tayo sa halagang 40 ito. Ang sukat ng building na natin is 23.24 ang width, ang linya is 39.62, around 920.76 square meter. Ito po yung tinatawag natin na Permanent Evacuation Center and Multipurpose Building.
Okay po.
Ito po itong binidingwit natin ay kung sakali ilalagay po natin sa likod ng dialysis center po.
Sa likod ng dialysis center. Okay. Okay, noted. Thank you very much, Engineer Kamba. We hope that we get even half of that amount.
Kulang sa pain eh.
Okay, with that, we will now... Any other comments po? Wala na? We'd like to lift the suspension of the rules and continue our session. So, what is the pledge of the body? Councilor Cirilo Radoc regarding the said for...
regarding item number 1, our request for 45 million from from anong agency ito? I move that the same be elevated to the business of the day for discussion and approval later. The same is true with item number 3 and number 4, Mr. Chair.
Okay, it has been moved by Councilor Cyril Rodoc, our majority floor leader, seconded by any second. Seconded by Councilor Raul Bacay to include the said 3 items in the business of the day for deliberation. Any? Okay. Next item, regarding item number 2, Councilor Segundera. Shall we include the said item in the business of the day? Shall we include the said item in the business of the day, Councilor?
Oh, Mr. Chair, I move that the resolution be elevated to the business of the day for deliberation.
Okay, it has been moved by Councilor Segundera. Any second? Seconded by Councilor Season, Councilor Albacay, and Councilor Apple Bacay to include the said resolution in the business of the day for deliberation. Okay, next item, Madam Secretary, communications received.
Under communications received, we have the review of barangay and SK supplemental budgets 2020 of the following barangays: Barangay Alos, Balangubong, Kayukay, Limansangan, Mona, Pugo, San Roque, San Vicente, and Bisocol. And also another endorsement for another set of barangay review of SK and annual budgets. Barangay and SK annual budgets, we have from Alos, Amanjego, Amangbangan, Balangubong, Balayang, Balayadaan, Bisocol, Bulanay, Cabatuan, Bulacan, Lucap, Maawe, Magsaysay, Palamis, Pandan, Poblasyon, Pukal-Pukal, Polo, San Jose, Santa Maria, Tanaytay, Tawin-Tawin, Telbang, and SK Alos.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I would like to schedule a committee hearing for the purpose of reviewing the mentioned budgets on Friday. 13, mahala. Delikado yan.
Sir.
Friday the 13th. No, next week na lang. Next week. November 18 at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Councilor Cyril Rodoc, our chairman on finance schedule sa committee hearing regarding the said SK annual budgets and barangay supplemental budgets on November 18, 10 o'clock in the morning. Madam Secretary, please invite our
18
barangay representatives to the said matter. Paki-schedule na lang po ng maayos para hindi magsabay-sabay. Make sure that we follow our health protocols. Or gusto mo, attorney, gusto mo sa mas malaking venue, maghanap tayo? Dito tayo sa session hall. Scheduling na lang.
Session
hall na lang.
Dito na lang po sa session hall.
Sige po.
I-control na lang yung siguro, huwag sabay-sabay.
Yes, paki na lang Madam Secretary. Please make sure that we follow our safety protocols. Okay, next item. Madam Secretary. Madam Secretary, are you there?
Hello.
Are you there?
Ano ba ito?
On
the unassigned business, we have the resolution. A request for a resolution authorizing City Mayor of Francis Celeste to execute a deed of donation for property, plant, and equipment as listed under Annex A, composed of 3 pages from the City Government of Alaminos in favor of the recipient barangays, associations, and schools of the Alaminos City Schools Division.
Okay, I believe, let me give a background. So, nagbigay po ng suggestion ng COA sa atin na yun pong mga pinapakonstruct natin na building sa schools ay dapat i-unit na natin sa schools mismo para yung depreciation expense hindi na nakakarga sa city natin. So, this was a request made by our city accountant para hindi na nakalodge sa expenses natin. So, meron na tayong listahan ng mga school buildings na yan. Please furnish na lang our Sangguniang Panglungsod members kung gusto po nilang makita yung mga yan. So, Councilor Doc, shall we include that in the business of the day?
I move that the proposed measure, Mr. Chair, be elevated to the business of the day.
It has been moved by Councilor Doc. Any second po? Seconded by Councilor Apple-Bacay, Councilor Dalia De Leon, Councilor Season, and Councilor Alfred Felix de Castro, and Councilor Rabago, and Councilor to include the said resolution in the business of the day for deliberation. Okay, next item.
Ordinance imposing the collection of the following dialysis treatment fees to patients at the city's hemodialysis / renal center, and further authorizing the local city executive to provide discounts to indigent patients after thorough evaluation.
Is that the dialysis?
Yes, sir.
May I recommend that we should schedule it for committee hearing. Councilor Apple-Bacay, the chairperson on health, set na lang natin ng committee hearing kasi we might need an ordinance regarding this matter. Councilor Apple-Bacay, nakamute po.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I move for
committee hearing natin.
For the schedule of a committee hearing on November 18, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, Councilor Apple-Bacay, the chairperson on health, schedules a committee hearing regarding the said ordinance on November 18, 9 o'clock in the morning. Please invite, kindly coordinate lang sino invite natin kung ang sa city budget officer, city treasurer or city local finance or the city health office. Okay, so before we proceed, I see our city treasurer here. May concern pa ba tayo sa ating city treasurer, Madam Secretary?
Good afternoon, sir. Wala, sir, kasi na-receive ko lang po yung communication po regarding po dito sa sa pinadala pong sulat request. Actually, hindi po ordinance yung nakalagay dito kung hindi authority to collect. So, as the treasurer, hindi po na kailangan siguro yung authority to collect, but tama po yung nyo na we need an ordinance po regarding po dito.
Yes po. I believe if we will be having our dialysis center, kailangan iset natin yung parameters kung paano ba magpa-dialysis, sino ba ang libre, sinong hindi, magkakipingilin, saan, etc. So, siguro ma'am, sa na lang po natin, sa hearing na lang po natin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you po, Ma'am Shirley, our city treasurer po. So, next item, Madam Secretary. Third, unassigned business.
The last item under unassigned business is a request for a resolution authorizing City Mayor Art Brian Celeste to donate 9 units of cell phone to Barangay Alos, Alaminos City, Pangasinan.
So, do we have a draft na ba dyan? I was advised by our city administrator that Barangay Alos would be the pilot testing center for the ITBS project, and they will be needing nine phones to be able to make that project operational. So the city administrator assured me that it is within the COA guidelines of the purchase and of those items, and in fact, the Sangguniang will be just giving authority to donate to our city mayor, and they have a separate MOA regarding that. So, any comment regarding that?
No, with your background, Mr. Chair, I move that the matter be elevated to the basis of.
Okay, this is Councilor Cirilo Doc, any second? Seconded by Councilor Rabago, Councilor Secundera, Councilor Raul Bacay, to include the said item in the business of the day for deliberation. Next item, Madam Secretary, committee reports.
Now we proceed to the committee reports. The first item is a joint committee report from the hearing held on October 23 regarding the temporary prohibition of the use of video okay in all barangays within the city of Alaminos, Pangasinan.
Who is here to report? Meron ba? Councilor Rabago, ito ba?
Yes, Vice.
Councilor Rabago, the chairperson on Peace and Order is recognized.
Okay, the hearing on the above matter was conducted on October 23, 2020. Present were the Honorable Councilors Dalia De Leon, Raul Bacay, Joselito Pontelera, Cirilo Lardoc, Apolonia Bacay, and yours truly. Also present were the representative from POSO, PNP, and the local executive department. The subject matter stemmed from the clamor of parents and students who are currently undergoing a tutorial and on the class regarding the operation of video okay within the premises, claiming that the noise emanating from the said video okay really disturbed them. After considering several suggestions laid during the hearing and the immediacy of action relative to the foregoing, this committee and concerned attendees have arrived at a consensus to refer this matter to the local executive department for the latter to issue executive order temporarily prohibiting the use of video okay in all barangays while waiting for the enactment of an ordinance for this purpose. In view of the above findings, this committee hereby moves for the adoption of its committee report and that the proposed measure to be temporarily archived.
Okay, there's a motion by Councilor Venerabago. Councilor, shall we temporarily archive it for just 2 weeks para ma-action agad ito kasi medyo kailangan po sa mga estudyante natin sa barangay. So, 2 weeks po?
Okay po, Vice. 2 weeks.
Okay, so Councilor Venerabago, the chairperson on Peace and Order, would like to move for the adoption of this committee report and to defer the said temporarily archive and defer the said measure to 2 weeks from now, pending the draft of the ordinance. Any objection? Hearing none, the said committee report is hereby adopted and the said ordinance is scheduled for calendar it for again first reading in our next regular session 2 weeks from now. Next item. Madam Secretary.
Joint Committee Report from the hearing held on October 23 regarding the proposed ordinance providing for the adjustment of curfew hours in the city of Alaminos, Pangasinan from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the 5 o'clock in the evening to 5 o'clock in the morning to blank.
To 5.
We have who is our who will report?
Councilor Berna Rabago po.
Councilor Rabago is recognized again.
Yes, Vice. The public hearing was conducted on October 23, 2020. Present were Councilors Dalia De Leon, Raul Bacay, Joselito Pontelera, Cirilo Lardoc, and Apolonia Bacay. Also present were the representatives from POSO, PNP, and the Mayor's Office. The proposition concerning the subject matter is to adjust the hour of curfew from 8 p.m. to 5 p.m. Curfew from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. The PNP representative suggested to follow the usual curfew hour, that is from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. to protect establishment from burglars or thieves in the carrying out their illegal activities that may happen even before 8 o'clock in the evening. A POSO representative, on the other hand, stressed that the Philippine Chamber of Commerce of Alaminos was requested a shorter curfew hour from 10 p.m. 5 a.m. The committee informed all concerned that the Sanggunian of Alaminos had already made a request to the Sanggunian Panlalawigan involving the same matter, but this Sanggunian has yet to receive a response. In view of the above finding, the committee hereby moves for the adoption of its committee report and that the proposed measure be temporarily archived, awaiting the reply on our request to the Sanggunian Panlalawigan for the adjustment of the curfew hours.
Okay, so it has been moved by Councilor Verna San Diego Rabago for the adoption of this committee report, and the said item be archived pending the the response of the Sangguniang Panglalawigan, and in the case that they consider our appeal to ease the curfew hours here in the city of Alaminos. So, antayin lang po natin at least nakahanda na po yung ating ordinance in case na mag-amend na sila sa province, kasi we are duly bound by the law to follow what the recommendation or what the law of the province is. So, tayo dito sa Alaminos, we have to comply. But at the same time, prepare lang natin. Mukhang sa constituents natin, okay naman sa kanila yung 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. to give way to economic activity, especially that we are a city, but not limiting ourselves, but not endangering ourselves by following the health protocols. So, para for the information of the body, na-forward ko na rin yung status na ito sa Chamber of Commerce. So, antayin lang po natin yung response or pag-ease out nung ating probinsya. So, any objection to the motion? Hearing none, the said committee report is hereby adopted, and the said measure is archived pending the amendment of the provincial ordinance or a response from the Sangguniang Panglalawigan may deem necessary. So next item.
Joint Committee Report from the hearing held on October 26 regarding the review of Barangay and SK Annual and Supplemental Budgets 2020 of the following barangays: Amangbangan, Bued, Dulacag, San Antonio, Inirangan, and Ducap.
Yes, Mr. Chair, this committee conducted the hearing on October 26, 2020 to review 4 barangay budgets and 2 SK budgets. Present were Councilors Verna Rabago, Oscar Bowling, SK Federation President Lovely Bernabe. The representatives from the Budget Office, the concerned barangay councils, barangay treasurers, and representatives from SK sector. The 2020 supplemental and annual budgets for the different barangays and SK sector were discussed in the hearing with their projects as their priority concern. Based on the committee's findings, supported by pertinent documents and certifications issued by the local finance committee, certifying their compliance with existing budget rules and laws, this committee has concluded that the subject barangay and SK budgets were in order. In view of the above findings, the committee hereby moves for the adoption of its committee report, and the same subject matter be elevated in the business of the day for its approval and the adoption of the resolution declaring valid and operative the mentioned barangay as well as SK budgets.
It has been moved by Councilor Cyril Doc to adopt the said committee report and said to include the said measure in the business of the day for deliberation. Any objection? Hearing none, the said committee report is hereby adopted and the said measure is included in the business of the day for deliberation. Next item, Madam Secretary.
Joint Committee Report from the Anbang hearing held on October 26 regarding the ordinance enacting the annual budget for calendar year 2021 of the City of Alaminos, Pangasinan, and providing appropriations thereof.
Yes, Mr. Chair, an Anbang Committee hearing was conducted on October 26, 2020. Present were Councilors Caroline Season, Probel Ranoy, Oscar Bowling, Verna Rabago, Cirilo Radoc, Joselito Pontilera, Dalia De Leon, Alfred De Castro, LBP Raul Bacay, PP SKP Laberly Bernabe. The initial, and of course, the Honorable Vice Mayor was present, I remember. The initial finding of the committee on the proposed budget submitted before this body shows that it did not exceed the 55% personal service cap limitation. The committee and bank has suggested to review and evaluate the annual budget of the city on the second week of November and expected to pass the same on the middle of December 2020. Hence, the same committee is requesting the presence of the local finance committee during the hearing to respond to any queries, proposals, and suggestions concerning the 2021 annual budget. In view thereof, this committee moves that it be calendared for the queries and questions of the Sangguniang be scheduled on yung next session na rin?
17
po. 17 where the members of the local finance committee will be invited.
Okay, so it has been moved by Councilor Cyril Radoc to adopt this committee report and to schedule a and to invite the local finance committee on November 17 in our next regular session to present an overview and the salient points of our annual budget 2021. Any objection? Hearing none, the said committee report is hereby adopted, and the local finance committee will be invited on November 17 in our next regular session to present the salient points and overview of our 2021 annual budget. So ordered. Next item.
Joint committee report from the hearing held on October 26 regarding the proposed resolution authorizing City Mayor Art Brian C. Celeste to execute a deed of donation for 3 parcels of land in favor of Pangasinan State University, Alaminos City Campus, located at Barangay Bulanay, Alaminos City, Pangasinan.
Councilor Alfred Felix de Castro is recognized. Councilor Alfred, are you there? I believe Councilor de Castro is encountering a few technical difficulties. Councilor Alfred, are you there? Hindi ko po marinig. Councilor Alfred, wala pong sound. Hand ano na lang, i-hand signal. Who is our, maybe our vice chairman who was there? Can we ask our technical support to, would like to read? Is Councilor Season here? Maybe she could read. Nandyan ba yung committee report sa inyo? Para at least mabasa lang natin yung committee report and then we can act on it. Councilor Season, ikaw na lang mag-report.
Okay. The hearing was conducted last October 26, 2020. Present were the PSU President, Legal Counsel and PSU staff, Assessor's Office, and Attorney Walter Makaiba. The President of the PSU has shown to this august body via PowerPoint presentation an update on the operation of their school campus in Alaminos City and the satisfactory rating it obtained on the different category programs and aiming for more progresses as years go by, and accounted a significant increase on the number of enrollees for the year 2020, despite the current pandemic, and they have roughly 1,519 students at present. The PSU administration is proposing an additional course, particularly Bachelor of Science in Travel Management, considering that Alaminos City is a tourism destination on the province as shown by an influx of tourists coming in yearly. It aims also to establish an independent PSU Alaminos campus in order to gain its identity. The President of PSU is grateful to the LGU of Alaminos for the aforesaid undertaking, which will now enable PSU to make a request for a fund from concerned departments for the construction of its proposed buildings.
Shall we, okay. Tapos mo na ba? Nabasa mo na?
Dalawang last two paragraph before recommendation po. Okay na po si Attorney Alfred.
Okay na ba siya?
Attorney Alfred?
Tapusin mo na.
Last, in the course.
Tapusin mo na.
Tapusin ko na po.
Last 2 paragraphs.
Okay, in the course of the hearing, however, this committee noted that there are matters in the documents involving the 3 parcels of land to be donated by the city government of Alaminos to PSU that needs to be corrected to conform to the title and tax declaration. That the donation of the 3 parcels of land would not only be a legacy, but rather the promotion of equal opportunity to quality education for the city of Alaminos, District 1, and the province of Pangasinan.
Okay, Councilor Alfred.
Recommendation.
Councilor Alfred, are you there? Shall we? Legal difficulty. Wait, the chair rules for a 2-minute recess. Recess muna tayo. Tawagan ko muna si Councilor Alfred.
Hindi ko pindot.